welcome to AfriHost Answers. My name is James and today I'm going to show you how to change your default SSH port from the default 22 to a custom 24. Go to the magnifying glass at the top right of your screen and type in the word terminal and click enter to begin. This is for CentOS 7 using System D. The server we'll be using is my server. It's 154.0.169.200. The default user that I'm using is root, so we type in SSH root at 154.0.169.200 on the port 22 and enter. My server is using password authentication, so I'll enter my password in, and this is my server. If we run an IP address, you'll see that it is using 154.0.169.200. So currently, if I run ss space ntlp and we grep for SSH, this will show us that the SSH is currently running on port 22 on my server. We're going to change this to port 24. First thing we're going to do is we're going to use VI, an editor that is on most distros, and we're going to edit the etc ssh sshd_config file. We're now going to come down to where it says port, the default 22. We're going to hit I to enter the insert mode on the bottom left, and we're going to remove the hash that's hashing out the port, and we're going to change that to 24. Now we're going to hit escape to exit the insert mode and type ;WQ for right quit and exclamation mark to save the changes and enter. Now we need to restart SSH, so type systemctl restart sshd.service. This is what will restart the SSHD service. Now if we do a ss-ntlp and we grep for SSH, we see that SSH is not running. This is because SE Linux is enabled and we need to disable that in order to enforce the change. To disable SE Linux, we'll type vi etc SE Linux /config. We'll now go down to SE Linux line. We're going to hit I to enter the insert mode again, and we're going to change enforcing to disabled. And hit escape to exit the insert mode and type ;WQ for right quit, exclamation mark to save the changes and enter. This has made the change in the config but hasn't enforced the change yet. We can see this by running SE status. You'll see the current mode is still enforcing. To enforce the change, we're going to type setenforce space 0. This enforces the change, so if we run SE status again, we can see that the current mode is now permissive. Now if we do a restart of the SSH service, systemctl restart sshd.service, you can now type ss space -ntlp and grep for SSH. You'll now see that it is listening on port 24 like we wanted to. This isn't the final step, as currently I'm running firewall D, as CentOS 7 will when it comes standard. So I will need to enable the public zone for port 24 so that we can access the server on port 24. To do this, we're going to run firewall-cmd space, specify the zone, which is the public zone. We're going to tell it to add port 24 for TCP and press enter. You can see that TCP on port 24 is already enabled for my server, so now we'll be able to exit. Once you have exited, we can try SSH to the server as root at 154.0.169.200 on port 22, the default port we changed it from, and we see that we get connection refused because SSH is no longer listening on port 22. Now if we type SSH as root at 154.0.169.200 on port 24, the new port that we are using, we'll see that it now asks for the password. Now when I put the password in, it allows me into the server. And we have successfully changed the SSH port on the server. Before you exit your server and close the SSH session, I would recommend opening another terminal session and testing on that one in case you cannot get in, so that you still have an open session to the server to make changes if needed.
Hi, John, CEO of Afrios here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you found it useful. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to comment below. And if you want more how-tos and tutorials like this one, please visit answers.afrios.com.